Welcome to Baby Dribble, proudly sponsored by SweetDreamers. Baby Dribble is a fun, friendly and free parenting advice channel. So today on Baby Dribble we're going to be talking about playing with your children. So you might think that playtime is fairly straightforward. So you go out, you buy some toys, let your children play. However, we've delved a little further into the psychology behind play and how we as parents can join in to help further our little one's development. So first off, we're going to talk about 3 types of play in babies up to toddler age. So first of all, we've got number 1, solitary play. So what have we got about that, Lucy?
Well, I found this really interesting because I hadn't thought about it at all. But then when you have a baby, you start to see them developing, don't you?
Yeah.
So this was really good. So the first stage is called solitary play, and babies will generally play on their own,
Yes.
Because they don't have the communication skills to play with others. So they explore the environment. Well, you know that they try and put everything in their mouth.
Yes,
They reach out, and as soon as they're sort of touching your face, that's all playtime for babies. And then anything like a rattle, if they're rattling an object or trying to get hold of your necklace, that's all play as well.
Hair.
Yeah, your hair.
Chunks of hair.
Chunks of hair just falling from your head. Yeah, but even though we might not think that's play, that is them.
To them, it's
it keeps
so
them
it's
amused.
like the early stages.
Exactly. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So that's solitary play. They like to play on their own. Yeah.
Good. And then number 2, we have parallel play. Sounds a bit
Yeah.
like parallel parking.
Yes,
I'm not too good at that.
No,
Sometimes
I'd
I'm
rather
okay.
go elsewhere, to be honest.
Especially if there's an audience and you're holding up the traffic.
Yes.
It's like, no, they're all watching me.
No.
Oh, no.
And I can
I'm
only
too
park
big.
on the right, I can't park on the left, so it's true. It's a true story.
So yeah, you need to have your special, like you say, all lined up. So sorry, just jumping back, parallel play.
Parallel play. So actually, it does make sense when you think about it. From about the age of, I'd say about 1.5 years, but about 1.5 years to 2, up to the age of 3, is when children start to play alongside each other. So I was a bit worried.
Are they interacting? Well, they're
Not-
just alongside, but doing their own thing.
They're just beside each other. They don't talk. They don't look at each other.
No interaction.
They just like to be beside each other playing. And that's what I was a bit worried about when mine started nursery. I was thinking he's not really talking to anyone.
No, he's not interacting.
But it's all very normal. They can be playing beside each other and they...
quite happy.
Yep. And as long as they're quite happy in each other's company,
yes,
then that's all very normal. But that's called parallel play.
Parallel play.
Yeah.
And then, of course, number 3, we then move on. So we've had solitary, parallel, and now we've got group play.
Group play. So it's probably pretty obvious as to what it is, but it's when children start to play together. But it means that they will, and from about 3, they will start to communicate a little bit more. But when I was reading up on it, it's about someone or one of the group sort of making like a theme. So if they want to play house or something like that, and then people start to join in. So group play is all about them starting to see reacting to the other person was what it was.
And wanting to join in the fun and be part of the group. And I'd like to think, that looks good. I want to play.
One start whining on their pretend iron, and the other one will wash up or something like that if they're in that sort of situation.
In the home corner,
But I thought that one was quite good. And there was a little bit that adults shouldn't intervene. No, don't intervene.
Don't get in.
Obviously, if there's a scrap going on, you intervene.
When it reaches that level.
Yeah, if it reaches that level, then you can go in. But if they're just playing around, you should just let them do their do their thing. And the more sort of play dates you can get with other children their age, if you've got an only child, then that's fine. Just schedule some play dates, or nursery and preschool will do that as well. So, but yes, that's group play, and that's from about 3 till school age.
3 till now.
Yeah,
till
now we're all just playing.
Adults.
Yeah.
So why and how should we play with our children? So you just said don't intervene on the group play.
Yes.
Unless obviously there's circumstances mean you have to. But so what's the general consensus on this then?
So I was reading up, and it says that we should be playing with our children on a regular basis, even if it's just like one-on-one time. Because it's about making the child feel special. Yeah. And I think I'm finding at the minute, as soon as we play something new, he wants me to play it all the time.
Yes.
So that's the only just be prepared. You'll be
Yes.
dragged to that
You'll be in
same
demand.
spot
Yeah.
the whole time. So if you're playing with the garage or something like that,
Let's play cars.
yeah, you'll be playing cars forevermore.
Yes.
But that's good because they want to play with you, don't they?
Yeah.
And then that's when it's quite nice. You can get a little play date going with some other kids, and then they'll start to learn to play.
Bring
and
their
things like that.
favourite stuff around, won't they?
Yeah.
Well, you find quite often, don't you, that when other children come in on a play date to your home, they like it because it's all new stuff,
new
and they might
toys.
want to go to, Charlie's house because he's got different toys.
Yeah,
and they
new
really
toys.
like. Yes,
So that's good for you, really.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, we'll pop round to yours.
Perfect. And we actually had on here as well about what types of play
Yes.
you could do with your children, and I think you probably find yourself doing it anyway.
Yeah.
But we wrote some down. So you've got rattles and toys for babies.
Yeah.
You get those ones that like teethers as well, don't you? That you can do together. You've got nursery rhymes and actions. And as much as you say you won't do it, you will, and you'll be full on theatrics. I've done it with the nursery rhymes. You've got peekaboo.
Love a bit of peekaboo.
Peekaboo, yeah.
Bibbidi
They
boo.
love that as well,
Yeah.
don't they? Throwing or rolling a ball. There's endless games that you could do with that. You can
A soft
go
ball.
outside,
We're
yeah,
going
yeah.
to emphasise. Maybe
So
a
don't
soft,
do-
not a snooker ball.
No, don't do a snooker ball, whatever you do. We've got reading books, and then for younger children, the touchy-feely books are really good.
Yes.
Or if you watch our Baby Sensory podcast, there was a bit about high contrast colours in books.
Definitely.
So like the black and white books are really good for that. A sensory box, which basically is a box full of different
So
materials.
you're making me think of I'm a Celebrity now. When
Oh,
they
is
put
it?
their hand in a box.
Like
Bush took
that,
a child.
but nothing dangerous and nothing horrible.
Those scorpions and
This is like sponges and
SpongeBob.
yeah, and things like that. You could put all sorts. People put like leaves and things like that in there. So you can do sensory box.
Yeah, the crispy
Yeah.
leaves. Yeah.
Hide and seek. Obviously, they've got to be a little bit older for hide and seek. So
You've
don't just run
you
away
go
from
and-
your baby.
You better make sure you go and find them as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could be hiding there
Yeah.
all day.
Don't just leave them there. Good idea. And then introducing toys such as cars, animals, and shape puzzles can all help with role play. So cars and garages and the shape puzzles are quite good as well, where they have to fit them into the shape, but they might get frustrated if they can't do
they
it.
can't
So,
fit in them.
but you can help them.
Square peg in a round hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, introducing all sorts of toys is really good as well. So, but yeah, that's things that you can start playing.
And then obviously, like you said earlier, it will help with speech and development.
Yeah, you just have to repeat
Yes.
words all the time, and they'll pick it up eventually.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
Great. And then what about, we've got here, should our children be sharing their toys when playing? Because I know this is a bit of a bone of contention when they're younger.
It's never ending, the sharing saga. But in a word, no, they shouldn't be sharing their toys. It does depend on their age.
Yes.
But really, most children won't understand sharing until they're 3. So if you know that, it will save you a lot of heartache. It's even though it looks like your child's being a bit nasty and keeping their toys, they don't understand what sharing is. Not saying that you should just leave them to it.
No.
But if you understand that they don't understand,
Then it can help the whole
it's got to be
situation.
better, isn't it? But I was
Because
thinking, well, what do you do then?
Yeah, sometimes it's like onlookers if you're round with
Yeah,
another family.
exactly.
And you don't want them to think that they're being, sort of, like you say, a bit mean. and-
Yeah, I know, it's hard. But we were having a little look, and it says that if you have got that situation, yours is trying to take it, you could try taking turns. So instead of sharing, I have tried this as well, and it is quite difficult, but the idea is that you give it to one child. They'll, I don't know, say it is like a marble on a run that you've got.
Yes.
They do it once, and then you have to do it, but it has to be quite quick at first. You have to make it quite quick. But taking turns is a way that you could
overcome that.
You could try and alleviate it a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but it can be difficult with it.
Yeah,
and you can just try and distract them
Yeah.
with other toys. That's always good as well. Just throw something else at them.
This is really fun.
Then they'll want that one as well. So
yeah, that's the trouble. The other one and then wants it as well. It's like,
you've just got to get through it somehow. But yeah.
Oh no, so that's all good. So and then we also did our myths, thanks to everyone who took part on Instagram. We had lots of people taking part.
We did, yeah.
And the first myth, play is not educational. True or false?
Okay, so 8% said true and 92% said false. That's quite a high amount.
Yes.
And it's right, that is false. Play is extremely educational.
Yes.
Although it's not like an academic
Yes.
teaching of like ABCs, it does teach children about the world around them, and then that's how they like learn boundaries with other children when they're playing, sharing and all
Yes.
that sort of thing. So it is teaching them. So yeah, a little bit of a
Good.
Great,
So everyone was quite good on that
Yes.
one, weren't they? And then we've got number 2, you need toys to play.
yeah. So
And we
we've
had
got
yes or no for that one.
5% said yes and 95% said no. So everyone was quite savvy on that one as
Yes.
well. No, you don't necessarily need toys to play. We talked earlier. So you've got like peekaboo, hide and seek, and they do make up their own games anyway. You might not understand the rules.
They love a box, don't they?
Yeah.
Sometimes you buy a present
Yeah.
and it's in a box like at Christmas.
That's
and they don't
true.
even want to be bothered with
Yeah.
the present. They just
I
look
might
at
have
the
to
box.
get a box actually.
Just get a whole bunch of boxes.
They love getting inside the box, everything. And
Yeah,
I
but-
used to just put things around the living room that he could play with.
Yes.
But he thought
Dotted around.
that he wasn't allowed them.
Yeah.
Hours of fun.
Yeah.
And obviously it is nice to have toys, and you are going to
Yes.
buy toys. But the idea is...
Wooden
we read-
spoons.
Yeah, we read a really good
pans.
tip about looking for toys that have multi-functions.
Yes.
So I was thinking I didn't know what they were talking about. But really simple one is a ball.
Yes.
Even though it's just one toy, it can do all manner of things. You, like you say, you could do the throwing and the rolling, or like a garage where you can have like, you can pretend play is really good as well. So anything like that. That's a little bit of a grey one as well, that one. Because yes and no, you don't
It
need
is
both.
yes and no. And then our last myth was babies don't play.
I've got
True or false?
True or false. 2% said true and 98% said false. It's false. And as we were talking about earlier, as soon as babies start grasping at your face or at objects, that's when they're starting to play. So obviously newborns,
Yes.
they just want to eat and sleep.
Yeah.
But babies, I'd say about like 3 months older and plus, they start to play quite early. So yeah, that one is false. Babies do play.
Babies do play.
Yeah.
So we hope we've covered quite a lot of the sort of basics there of playing with your children. But if you've got any concerns or issues at all and you're worried, you can always talk to a medical professional or health visitor if you're thinking your child isn't sort of instigating and starting to reach out to grasp things or trying to begin the basics of play.
Yeah, and they might be able to give you tips to encourage all of that.
Talk to another mum friend.
Exactly, yeah.
So that, don't just sit there worrying, thinking, no, I don't think he's developing.
Exactly.
Right.
And babies do all develop at different rates. So one might be doing that a little bit earlier. As long as it's roughly within their milestone, then that's fine.
Yeah, brilliant. So thank you everyone for listening. All our Baby Dribble content will be available for you to access through our podcast, YouTube and our blog, not blag.
Yeah, the blog this time.
sweetdreamers.co.uk/blog. And thanks for listening, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hey guys, really hope you enjoyed this episode of Sweet Dreamers Baby Dribble. If you did, please share and pass it on and let us know what you think.